everyone, it's FarmSimGuy here, hope you're all doing well. We are back at Prairie State Tractors because today we're going to look at some mods. And we're actually going to do a little bit of a modder spotlight today. If you remember, we did this way back in FS19 with Forward Ag. Well, today we are going to do a little bit of a showcase of LR Modding's mods. He has very kindly sent over 5 projects he's working on at the moment, and we're going to look at each of them individually. And just to run through them here, we have got this absolutely stunning John Deere 4830 sprayer. We've got the DB60, and we have got the 33-foot and the 49-foot 2660 VT cultivators. And round here, this very nice little nutrient applicator from Demco. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump in, look at each of these individually, and have a walk around them, see what you get when you get these in the shop, and we'll have them a little run in the field as well and give them a test out. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Right, we need a pretty big horse for this cultivator. We're going to start with the 2 cultivators and have a look at those, and then we'll move on to the others. But let me hook this up. And we'll take this down to a field and give it a little spin. So here we are, let's unfold this so you can see it in all its glory. We have got the 49-foot here. So what you'll see is a big difference in the extra wings that fold out on it as well. It is absolutely massive, this, but really nicely modelled. There we go. Let's drop down, that's huge. So, where can we find this in the store? Well, in your tools section, you want to go down to cultivators and scroll right along to the end, and there we go, the 33 and the 49-foot. So let's open up the 49-foot. As you can see, no options with it. You just get the model, but if we just spin around the model here, you can see there's some lovely details on it. It is very nicely done indeed. The little hydraulics on the baskets at the back there, very nicely done. He has modelled all of these himself, so hats off to him as well. Very nice job indeed. And there we go. You need a mighty 500 horsepower to run this, and it costs you $270,000, working width of 15.2 meters, and you can run it at 12 miles an hour, so you can actually run it relatively quickly as well, which is good. If we drop in here quickly and just have a look at the 33-foot version, as you can see, the extra set of wings doesn't exist. They've been taken off there. So a simpler model, just down to 10.3 meters working width here, and only 355 horsepower to run it only. But you're saving yourself just under $100,000 in price, so $177,000 for this one. Again, no customizations, but really nicely finished model when you look at all the hydraulic pipes and things like that. He has done a cracking job with these. These are very nice indeed. How does it run, you ask? Well, let's drop it down and let's just pull away. Obviously we're using a beefy tractor here, so it shouldn't have too many issues with it, but that is you working. Looking good. That is a nice setup, isn't it? Right, just before we go and check out the next mod, I just want to pop in here and show you something on the PC. Remember folks, if you're looking for the convenience of a pre-built gaming PC with the best branded components, I've partnered with Apex Gaming PCs to provide my own range of FarmSimGuy gaming computers. The TW15, 25 and 35 cover a range of different budgets and gaming demands, and they're fully customizable and you can finance your new PC over 3, 6 and 12 months. If you use my code FARMSIMGUY, you could save up to $250 off your next PC, and they ship globally. So if you want a new rig to enjoy Farming Simulator 22 with, check out the links in the description or search FARMSIMGUY at apexgamingpcs.com. Now, back to the farming. There you go. Interesting stuff. Right, let's go and check out the next mod. Now, second on the list of mods today is the 4830 sprayer, and, well, I think it speaks for itself, doesn't it? How good does this look? This kind of raised platform for spraying in higher crops. You've got these row crop tracks on it. There's lots and lots of options with this. So what we'll do, we will jump in this. We're going to run it down to a field with a few weeds in it, and we'll give it a test. Gotta say, the way the steering works is very clever. Just the modelling of the steering is nice. I'll show you that when we get to the field a little bit more. But it really is a fantastic mod. I am properly impressed with this. So there we go. There's the air ride kind of suspension on the top of the wheels there, on top of the axles. But look at the way that that turns with the lights on it as well. It's just really nicely done. I like that a lot. Just everything about this is really nice, I've got to say. We've got the Isaria Pro on there. As you can see, one of them's floating in midair. I think it should have a little attacher like it has on this side. These are, of course, in development mods, I must say that. They are not released yet, but they do look very polished already. Now, this is obviously a little bit overkill for this field, but what we're doing is just having a little bit of a play and showing you some of the options. So we'll get this set up. While we get this set up, we'll jump into the store and have a look at some of the options on it. So in the store, of course, down in crop protection, we'll scroll through here to the 4830, and there she is. 230 horsepower to run, 3,781 litre capacity. It will run 18 miles an hour and 36 metre working width, which is nice. In its current format, which is its base format, you're getting it for $99,500. Now, let's just bounce through the wheel options. There are quite a lot of these. So we've got extra hubs at the rear for jewels, and then you've got the jewels. You've got extra hubs at the front, and then the jewels at the front as well. You've got larger tyres if you want those. You've got a crawler track at the back and wheels at the front. Then you've got the hubs attached, then the jewels at the front, and then I think that's us back to the start. Yes, it is. Then on top of that, if we switch to Lizard, that is where you get your row tracks. That is the only option with Lizard. Then front weights, 150, 700, 1200, and back to standard. Starfire is your receiver on the top there. Foam markers adds this little bottle at the back for putting foam blobs on the field so you know where to turn. Beacons, just the one there. Fenders. Now, fenders only tend to work with the wheels, so let's jump back to the wheels. But you can see you've got both. You can have them on the rear or the front or none. Azaria support, which is the one we were just looking at there, you can add those on as well. As you can see, there is actually the attacher there, but no Isaria Pro, so again, a little tweak to be done there. Glass design, you have your clear and then 1, 2, 3 different tints. Darkness. See and spray is your option for spot spraying as well, so it's nice to have that implemented. And that is your options, but a really, really nice model. I have to say, the detail on the nozzles and just everything about it is very, very nicely done. I have to say, LR is doing some stunning work here, he really is. So back to the field quickly, I just wanted to show you, you've got mouse control as well, so left mouse button and forwards and backwards lifts this boom, right mouse button lifts this boom, and then if you hold both mouse buttons and lift them up and down. You can adjust the height as well. So very nicely done. Turn course play off. Let's reverse this up. Let's fire it up and give it a go. There we go, simple as that. But look at the speed you're running at as well. You would cover a serious amount of crop in not too long a time with this. Very nicely done indeed. I am loving this, can't wait to give this a spin. Now the next one I want to take a look at is the DB60 planter. Now this is probably the anomaly of the pack at the moment. This one is not ready for release. I know he's working on the DB90 and 120 versions of this as well, but this is a completely newly modelled version of the DB60. Of course, we know we have this from other modders. Let's grab a tractor, let's run this over to a field to start with and get it set up, and then we will have a look at it. Right, here we are on the field. Let's get it unfolded so you can have a look at it as it unfolds. Slow animation on the unfold, which is I like the authentic speed of the unloads, which is nice. I know some people get a bit frustrated because they just want to get on with the job, but when you're unfolding a piece of kit as big and heavy as this, it does take a little bit of time. So while that is now unfolding, and you can just see the detail in those pipes there. Very nice indeed. Let's jump into the shop and have a look at it. Of course, you're going to find this down in planters, and if we scroll right along to the end, there it is. So, in terms of options, what have you got here? Markers. Yes, you can add those in. Air adjusted row cleaner. Let's turn those on, and as you can see there, we get those additional yellow boxes on each of the rows. I'll turn it off again just so you can see it. And they drop down. Can you see those additional things there? Digistart, let's turn that on. That basically gives you your little digital readout next to your tanks at the top here. Rear attacher does what you would expect, which is stick a rear attacher on things, and the fertilizer tank there. Again, that lovely nice finish, that reflective shiny plastic finish, and the straps on there. Again, a completely different shape to the ones you've seen on other models as well. I really like this. Right, here we are back in the field, and of course we've put every extra we could on this, which tends to be what you do when you're doing a test. Now, something I have noticed which is very nice. Look, we have 3,521 litres of seed in the tank. Now, if I zoom in on the little digital readout here, 3523. How good is that? Like that. Right, let's fire it up. Let's lower it down. And let's see what happens. There we go. Running very nicely indeed. Got dusty lands on, so we'll turn up the dust level just a little bit so it looks good. There we go, running very nicely, and our seed is ticking down. Now, here's the big question. Does the digital readout tick down as well? And of course it does. But how nice is that? Lovely little touch that. I do like that a lot. There we go. Hugely impressive mod this. I do like this a lot. I think this might be my go-to DB60 from now on, I have to say. last but by no means least is the little Demco 1250 nutrient applicator. Let's jump into the shop and have a quick look at this one. You can find this in sprayers, so let's go into there, let's scroll along, there you go. Nothing in terms of customizations other than colours, and you've got a nice range of adjustments of the colours, so there you go. If you wanted a more case-like one, there you go, you can do that. If you want something a little bit more, I don't know, New Holland or Challenger or something like that, you can go with that. So you've got a few options there. It holds 4,731 litres. You can run it at 15 miles an hour, and it's got an 18.4 metre width. $110,000 as well, so I don't know, sensibly priced. Right, let's grab a tractor and give this a whirl as well. Right, here we are in a harvested field with a lot of weeds in it, but I'm using a 7R here. It's good, it doesn't need a lot of horsepower to run, 160, so you can get away with a relatively sensible sized tractor. Let's get it unfolded, see what it looks like. Big working with actually. Concertina's in there, so that'll go again. I haven't given myself enough space here. Nice sound as well as it unfolds, I like that. Where are we? Look at that. Much bigger than it kind of suggests when it's folded up, isn't it? Right, let's get it lined up a little bit better. Let's drop it down and we'll give it a whirl. I'm interested to see what texture it leaves behind as well. Right, I had to just go in and switch on my precision farming there so we can see whether or not we get a result at the end of this, but looks like we're good to go now, so let's fire this up and let's drop it down and let's roll forward. Now, as you can see, you can barely see, you can see the slight difference in the colour change, but very little difference in the ground state when you do this. But if I, well, obviously you can see down in the minimap as well, it is applying a good amount of fertiliser there as well. But it's a direct injection fertiliser spreader, so if I drop down here, what you can see at the back is these little pipes that basically open up after the blade and inject the fertiliser straight into the ground. A lot more efficient than spraying it, a lot less wastage. But that is a very nice little mod, and the fact that it runs at the speed it does is great as well. You'll cover a lot of ground. Turn it on again. You'll cover a lot of ground working with this. So there you go. I like it. I'm a big fan of that as well. Oh, these are absolutely fan. Every single one of these mods is really, really nice, I've got to say. So if you're not following LR Modding on Facebook, I'm going to put a link in the description below. Get following him, because he's doing some good stuff. So there you go, folks. What a tremendous set of mods we have got coming on the horizon from LR Modding. He is doing some stunning work, and I do believe these are trying to be for all platforms. So if you can pull that off, that is going to be amazing. But some beautiful mods coming down the line, and hats off to him. This is some exemplary work. Now, I have to give him a huge thank you for allowing me to do a little bit of an early preview of these for you and get you hyped about them and looking forward to them. So thank you, LR. That is very kind of you. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I would say it just tells you how good currently the modding scene is for Farming Simulator 22. We are spoiled for choice. So if you do get the chance, go and head over to his Facebook page, give him a thumbs up, give him a follow, give him a like, give him a thank you, because these are outstanding. Anyway, for now, from me, the FarmSim guy, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.